We may have an issue, y'all. We just got an evacuation notice. I don't know why, but I don't know. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Hold on. SE lock and key. 4. Nope. No, we do not. I do not. What is up, y'all? We have a stream. Is all good. Yay! 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 I don't know what I did, but I didn't really do anything besides what I normally do. It's a little bright though, isn't it? Why is it so bright? So am I on focus lock or something? Hold on, let me go around the corner here. Let me go around the corner. Oh yeah, it is. There we go. We were on focus lock. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. I look much better. I look much better to myself. I say so myself. Dude, lock force light. What's up? Everyone. Boom. Nope. Boom. Hope everybody's doing well. Good morning, Lock Force. Lock Force, assemble. Happy Saturday. It is a beautiful sunshiny day. Let's go back out to, let's check it out out there. Hold on, there. You see we have a contractor next door doing some work, wrapping it up actually. They've been here all morning. We got a new roof. Some of you remember that, and we had leaking problems, hence needing a new roof. And we don't have leak problems anymore, but their ceiling had fallen in, so they've been out there repairing it. And they really need to look at my back ceiling too. If he gets, well, it was the front up there. Mine's in the very back corner, so it's not really that big of a deal. And chicken wire is still holding it up pretty well. Excuse me for one more second. Let me go switch this back around. Let me go get rid of this spoon. We, like lockpicking patrolman mentioned about his garbage in his workshop, we don't put food in the garbage can up front. It's a big no-no. Any type of food object, because that is bigger and it fills up slower. and just dry items. No food in there, even spoons. Get a couple of celebratory sips of coffee. It's been a little bit busy this morning, and we've got somebody bringing some locks in to get rekeyed, and we're going to be talking about screws, fasteners, as I said in the title. I've discovered that YouTube does not like the term other than fastener, so fastener has to work, right? Fastener day. It's fastener day. Last week it was tool crap day. This week it's fastener day. I'm going to go back on the comments and say hey to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Ronald Williams, Rune, Access Locks. I've kind of been like going back and forth from the chat to what I was doing. Yeah, it looks like we worked out really well with the new layover. That to kind of explain, if you didn't see the video I did yesterday, to kind of explain, YouTube has like 2 live control rooms right now, the old one and the new one. We've been running on the old one for the past year and a half, year and whatever comes up, so for the live, and they've been every so often we'll see like this is going away soon, or you need to use this, like reminders. And when YouTube does that, they're saying you need to transition. And I saw yet another one that was new on a page of a help page, and it was like, we'll be going away soon. So we are broadcasting on that right now. This is the same feed that we were running on the test before. So hopefully it does not start spinning in circles. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. And we will be running on this one from now on, assuming everything goes okay. I figured out how to get the chat. I couldn't get the chat straight, and so hopefully I got it straight. However, throughout my tech issues, trying to research problems and stuff, I discovered YouTube did change their chat, so it does freeze up on the live when I've got it, over here at the beginning, and when I'm in the Be Right Back screen. Yeah, sometimes it still jams up, and that's all YouTube, straight up YouTube, not my fault. So if it freezes, I'm going to try to catch it. I just had to refresh it before I started the feed, so I don't know. We'll just see how it goes, and we don't have much of a choice, honestly. And right before we got started, Chef Mel, what's up? Keyman, what's going on? James Randolph, hello, happy Leap Day. It is happy Leap Day, isn't it? It is. Wait, I thought it was every even year. Every fourth year. Every fourth year? But I thought it always landed on even or odd. Well, it is an even year, so it makes sense. Night Owl, good morning, what's up? Y'all got a different color. Hope you're fond of orange. Our 2 mods, Night Owl and Wes, are now orange on the chat screen. Brief echo in the chat box. Yeah, that's because I had volume going. Let me see here. Anders, what is going on? Good seeing you here. And Zachary, what's up? I saw your message on Twitter. You got a thing you got to do on a few Saturdays from now. That's cool. There's always more important stuff to do than sitting here. But if you're not doing anything else, hey, excuse me. Join in the conversation. We have lots of folks here. Yeah, we do. And I'm going to have to probably close that door because of, sounds like they're weed eating or something out there. I don't know what's up with that. It's a pretty day, so I just saw somebody going snowmobiling. Was that you, Access? Whatever. I don't think we're going to get snow this year. I can feel it. I'm one of those people that Kim says I'm really weird, but I can feel ground temperatures. And everybody's going to be like, huh? Like, I can sense like ground temperature. I've always been able to. I don't know why, but I can kind of like forecast whether or not like the seasonal, like, is it going to be a hot summer? Yeah, I can feel it in my bones. That kind of thing. But yeah, it's just, I've always, ever since I was a wee little lad, been able to kind of tell like how long it's going to be cold, if it's going to like snow again. And I don't think we're not going to get snow again this year. Sometimes we do here in Mississippi, crazy, late March, early April. Sometimes it freezes up solid. But I don't think it will this year. Global warming and all that. Techno Squash, what is up? Mike in, how are you this morning? Lockpicking Patrolman, what's up? I was just talking about you. I'm off to work and shop. We gotta go shop, cut a 62626, quick set. That is a straight up violation. I don't know if it's an actual violation, but you don't. It's like a saw blade. Oh, I had a Ford. We're going to talk about that in the content. I had a Ford that was 35151. The worst possible bidding that you could have to try to impression a Ford, old Ford H50, old when Ford used the key for the ignition, key for the door. Those key blanks are thick, so even putting a chisel edge on them is not that great. We're going to go ahead and pull that up here in a minute once I switch over to the content screen. But when I get to that content, let's just say some Fords make it so wonderfully easy to just pull the clip. Pull the clip out of the side of the door because it's right there. Cut it. It's like, come on, why didn't everybody do this? And you just pull the clip out and take the clip off the back and just take it apart. It's just so much easier. I did, however, get kind of close on my impression, and I messed up my spacing a little bit. Easy to do because those Fords in particular, when you're turning it, sometimes it does like do a weird spacing on your marks. Anyway. I never did like impression on Fords. I got sort of decent at it, but I never did like it. Moon's got a video up. Y'all check it out. I'll check it out after I get done with this. He said he was going to do a video while he was waiting. Can buy anything. What is up, Powelton? What's going on? Okay, there's where we started. Yeah, he's in my spot. My van's down the street a little bit, so I'm going to have to move it right after live. What's up, Daz? Lockmania? Hey, join in. Yay. 1956. Willie's 4x4. What's up, Nathan Riley? Yes, good morning. Since is in charge of U.S. coronavirus oversight. I got my mask out. I meant to start this live with my protective gear on, but I forgot. That was ruined. I ruined it. So that's the big news, is the coronavirus, of course. Okay, Lockmania. Oh, I'm glad you could join in. Appreciate it as always. I never expect y'all to stay the whole time, but I appreciate everybody chiming in. Scoring them stickers. We're technically out of stickers, y'all. I hadn't modified that video yet, but we have I think we've gone over 50. So the last couple of people may not be able to get them. Sitting at 4.99 subs. Yes, halfway through the year. Trying to get to 10K this year, y'all. So make sure and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. I do videos, in case you didn't know. So go check it out. Hit the freaking subscribe button. Everybody says this, but like everybody's, when they look at their statistics, if you look at them, you're like 90% unsubscribed, 80% unsubscribed. And I realize a lot has to do with like Google search. People don't care about me on YouTube. They just want to know how to fix their quickset lock. I just want to know how to fix my quickset lock. That's all I want. I want a 2.5-minute video showing exactly what I need to do so I don't have to pay somebody to do it. And you're ruining it. You're ruining it with like hours of stupidity. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel by clicking that subscribe button. And hit the thumbs up. Yes, thank you, Blind Picker. What's up, Jeremiah? How's it going? As long as you don't polish your knob on live. Yes, that's a very serious question. That's very serious. It's a joking thing, but you know what? No, it's my Lysol wipes are over there. Just clean your stuff. Night Owl's been bitching about this on Twitter too, and yeah, you've been bitching about it. Don't tell me you haven't. But all these people are freaking out and buying them all out of dust masks. Yeah, just clean. Just clean. I wiped off my whole counter. I bought a 3-pack of them big old Lysol things for $10. $10 to keep you from contracting the deadly coronavirus. The deadly coronavirus that's sweeping the world. I've been watching too many zombie shows lately too. Yeah, see, lock and key. No, sir, we don't on Saturdays. Okay, thank you. Crazy people driving you crazy. Yep. I can imagine so, especially in a bigger city like that. 2.5 minutes, not a chance. It's as simple as washing your hands, but most people don't. I know, and that's icky. I've always been kind of a germaphobe. Everybody's like, you have such a nasty shop. But it's different. Like, personal germs is one thing. So, like, if I see somebody coughing, I'm going to straight up, Minecraft, put up a wall in front of me. Because, yeah, germs. And, like I said in that community post, dude, I hate those community posts. I don't know. Do y'all even see them? I know a few people see them, but I don't know. Make sure and hit my community post if you happen to be scrolling through your feed and see a community post. Hit the like button so I know that it's doing something. But it's so hard for me to go check it. Like, you can't check it on your mobile app. You have to go to a computer to do it almost. So, but yeah, I'll try to stay active at it. I hope one day. I think it's 10,000. No, 100,000. I don't know when you get stories. I'm kind of interested in stories. I've never been interested in stories on Instagram and all that. What's up, Keyman, bro? Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. My brother is watching the live stream. Okay, cool. I know there's so many channels out there, I understand. It's fun, but I try to make fun videos, so. I don't even have a dust mask when I'm doing woodwork. Yeah, I know what you mean. I only got that because I knew I was going. Or no, actually I got that thing because I was doing those 12 mortise locks and I knew I'd be breathing fumes. And I didn't want people bitching at me on YouTube about not using protection. Always use protection, people, or people will yell at you on YouTube. A mask will not stop the spread of anything unless it's the N95 of P100. Yeah, I was at my Home Depot and they, like, those N95 masks are not, I don't think, the same. I'll ask y'all, because here in Mississippi, we don't care about no coronavirus, but I grabbed these, not because I was thinking that it would work, but, like, these are not, I very seriously doubt a $1.70 mask is going to do a whole lot. It may filter out, like somebody coughs directly in your face. But yeah, I mean, the air, if you're, that's not the answer to the zombie apocalypse. That's not the answer, y'all. So I very seriously doubt a $1.76 mask is gonna, occupational is not the same as N95 healthcare. Exactly. And this is and I posted that on Twitter. Our Home Depot had limit 10 sold out, but really we just flooded. Remember, y'all? Boo! And a lot of it was from that. Our Home Depot wasn't out because of the coronavirus. So they were out because of the flood and people with mold and stuff like that. So yeah, facial hair. I shaved for y'all last night. Hey.
Would you mind if I just take a snapshot?
No, go ahead.
You got going on?
Go ahead, yeah.
Appreciate it. You got a tripod. I
can. Yeah, you need a tripod? I got one up there for you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and get another battery too. All right. It'll take a minute here.
You want me ignoring you or looking at you?
Oh yeah, no, you can ignore me.
Okay.
I'm used to that. I got a bunch of kids.
So, let's see what we have.
There's just so much stuff going on here. I just loved it. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
You bet.
Bob does stuff. What's up, Bob does stuff? 22 of 39. Mr. Forbes. Thank you, Mr. Forbes, for pointing that out. Didn't buy Locksmiths. Eating fish and chips here. Ooh, man, that sounds good. Our fish and chips. I just had fish and chips. Let's get into the content, shall we? Let's get into the content. What was about the mask? Yeah, this and I have an additional fluid bearer. I would imagine so. And I was working in the hospital recently. If y'all watched that video yesterday, I showed a trilogy for a few seconds with a floppy handle. And I was in a hospital setting, and that always icks me out. Well, it wasn't. Let me back up. It wasn't. It was a rehabilitation, like a physical therapy. So it's not like there were sick people in there. Were more like people who just needed, physical, had trouble walking and stuff like that. So it's less of a concern. I don't like going into the true deal medical facilities at all, just because that feels like germy. Anyway, off the germs. We're not going to catch nobody here is going to catch it. It's going to go away. The coronavirus is going to go away. But it did remind me, our big hospital, obligatory siren reason, right here, built a multi-million dollar, probably multi-tens of millions of dollar facility for, whatchamacallit, what was the last deadly virus? Started with the O. Somebody in the comments remind me, what was that last deadly virus that we had where everybody freaked out? And I want to say it starts with the O. But I can't think of Ebola. Thank you, Wes. The Ebola. They built a multi-million dollar facility just for Ebola, just like a lot of other places did. Not SARS. SARS may have been the last one, but I'm thinking of Ebola. That's when the whole medical started building these facilities all over the country for quarantine. And I guarantee you, they just took the Ebola sign off the door and slapped coronavirus sign. Okay, we're good. Buy some more Lysol wipes and some more N95 health version. Avian bird flu. Yes, the bird flu. Worked in and around EMS, and I've done some icky stuff. Yeah. Mad cow disease, that's true. Lee E hit it, the mad cow disease. There was another one way back in the day. My mom actually had it. The Rocky Mountain spotted fever. It was from horses. If a lot of people back in the 70s and 80s, or earlier probably, that were involved with horses had that one. So yeah. Sharpie and a duct tape to change the sign, yeah. PMS needs a quarantine area. Oh man, N1Z1 zombie virus. Isn't N1Z1 the coronavirus? Isn't that? Pretty sure it is. So let's go ahead and get to the content real quick. Boom. Hello, y'all. We're gonna look at content on the same type of screen that we had a minute ago. I don't know why I even changed for that, but let's look at this sucker. MTech. If y'all have ever dealt with MTech, you know that its little thing is the little spring deal right there breaks on the interior handle. And when we move up front, we're going to look at the remainder of the broken one. Luckily, I found the kit that fixes all that, and it's a ridiculous amount of flat washers and springs and how it's done. But the worst thing about these, in my humble opinion, even though this one lasted a little while, the worst thing about them is that spring, that leg that's bent on that spring right there, it actually is just folded over one of those two side fixed pieces inside, and they're ramped out, like down, or at an angle. Ramp it the other way. But if you look really close at the 3 o'clock, well, if it was straight, at the 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock position, you'll see those two pegs, depending on which way the lever's handled, right? It hooks onto that, and it's angled out. What? Jeez. So basically, it is all dependent. You see that little snap ring right there? That's it. That snap ring holds a bunch of ridiculous stuff in. Anyway, it's really hard. It is really difficult to wind the spring. Speaking of whining, that really does sound whiny, but it's really difficult to wind that lever handle spring. Let me tell you, all I have to say is good luck. And you they don't sell just the spring. You got to buy the whole package, which includes pretty much all the guts and stuff. So in case you missed it, little Frank, this was little Frank's last picture. That is his new mom's hands that is holding little Frank. We hope he's doing well. He's not missing us. We're missing him more than he's missing us, I believe, because every time we get a video, he may be missing us, but every time we get a video, he's got piles of toys, and he's probably living a good life. So we hope he grows up to be a good boy, Frank. I think he will. A little rambunctious, but all puppies are. And I'm trying to stay away from the animal shelter. I have to go back over there to switch a cylinder out on one of their doors. But I'm trying to avoid that because I know what the next step is. Oh, you still have our kennel. I need to put something in that kennel. So I'm trying to stay away. Trying to stay away for the moment. They'll have an emergency sooner or later. So, you know. Back again. Thanks for coming back, Access. Tech. M-Tech is just a fancy, just there. And I had an M-Tech that was broken into. On last week's thing, we talked about an M-Tech bolt. It was broken into quite easily, I might add. So that big heavy duty, hey Ian Watson, what's up? Oh, you're driving again. Oh, well, thanks for tuning in. No, Night Owl, we're not getting another new puppy. Lever types are bad because of so much leverage. Glenn mentioned that. Yes, with those levers, especially big brass heavy, like the lever itself is heavy anyway. And Frank came from Animal Rescue Fund, which is a no-kill animal shelter. We're friends with the owner, so we do all their stuff. And last time I was there doing some work, she was like, hey, I got something for you, as I was leaving. And thus came Frank. His name was already Frank. Sinatra was what they named it. And we grew him from 2.5 pounds to about 6 pounds. We forgot to weigh him the day that he left, but... yeah, he was, whatever, Night Owl. He was a cute little puppy to raise for a few weeks. It was hard letting him go. Hopefully he'll do good, though. I got a glare coming up from out. I got a glare. Okay. Yeah, it's a foster thing, and I hate fostering because I get attached to him. Jax, our big shepherd, was a foster, and it's called foster failure, where you end up loving the puppy so much, but we didn't want. We have 3. Ollie's got to go in for teeth. He's got some teeth that need to be pulled, so that's why he come up here yesterday, and why he didn't look happy, because he just doesn't like coming up to the shop. He'd rather sit at home and stare at the door, which we have 2 cameras at home in the front now just to watch them. And it's very sad what dogs do. The 2 big dogs just snooze on the sofa. You know, Issa, the smaller shepherd's upside down on the sofa. And the bigger one will get up on the left seat or whatever. And then Ollie just sits at the door staring at it all day long. It's so sad. But it's his choice. He's got beds and everything else, so... And yeah, Ollie was pissed. And he's got to come up here Monday to get a trim. You notice he was pretty rough. He was looking kind of shaggy. I can't say much because I'm looking kind of shaggy myself. I have not been able to find a new hairdresser. But, yeah, he's got to come get a trim. And then Tuesday he's got to go back to get his teeth pulled. Reruns of Dirty Jobs, demolishing the Schlag plant. Huh. Yeah, Trap Town, there's like 4. Listen, guys, if you have a channel, okay, bye, Lockmania. Thanks for tuning in. As always, we appreciate you joining in with Lock Force. Some dogs just turn off when their favorite people aren't around. Yeah. So, yes. If you have a channel, and there's quite a few of you guys, if y'all are interested in locks or whatever, to make sure to check out like Lockmania, Night Owl, Rune. A lot of people here have channels, so make sure and randomly click on, do you have a channel? What do you do on your channel? And most of us are involved with locks or such, but some of us aren't. Some of us are just here to chat. But yes, if you have a channel, you will get the, hey, want to be friends? Would you like to be friends with me? Because I need subscribers. And they don't care about your videos. They just want to be friends so that you will subscribe to them. Oh, Jeremiah, root canal, yes. We've got Tommy Gunn's friend shop. We do not have a Tommy Gunn's bar. I've never even heard of that one. Never even heard of that one. Our dog house when we leave. I know it's so sad what dogs do sometimes. If you put a camera up in your house, you will you'll see that. We're gonna go ahead and we have some more stuff. Yeah, we talked about this on Twitter. We're gonna go quickly through this because we got to go up front for a minute. Defiant and a Marks door lock. So while it worked, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It looks like it works, but trust me, it doesn't work. There's a split hub in there. One side they have to turn independently, and that doesn't happen with the Defiant $10 door lock. You actually have to buy a Marks door lock, and that one was actually slap wore out. I mean, slap wore out with the hub as it was. So it is ended up going to have to be replaced. It was slipping on the inside of the hub when I took it apart. I knew what was going on with it, but when I took it apart, that was just some major wear on the inside. Unfortunately, I didn't load pictures of that, but yeah, Defiance may look like they work in those holes sideways. It is sideways too when you put it in, but it works. Going back to the fish and chips, this was my fish and chips. Going back to the food, we all love the food topic. This was my fish and chips Friday. I had appointments that were scheduled around a place called Cock of the Walk, which is a catfish restaurant that's been here for 40 years. Out on the beautiful reservoir, the beautiful blue, crystal clean waters of the reservoir. That was a whole part of that. Y'all saw that on the Jackson Flood video. They're not beautiful and blue and clean. Far from it, but it is out there so you can sit in and literally be on the water and eat catfish. And it made me aware. Morning, Dean. Hey, Dean, what's up? Fire code for 800. Yeah. It always devolves into food. Looks like a prison plate. So that's the thing with them is the 10 cups and the 10 plates. That's always been their thing. And as a few people have mentioned people have moved away from Mississippi, I don't have to post anything besides a picture of that cup. I could narrow it down and focus in on that cup right there. And anybody who has lived in this area in Mississippi can instantly recognize. And they have one, I think, in Memphis too. But that is an instantly recognizable thing. It is their thing, and it's kind of funny when I post it on Twitter and I have random people who follow me or who have moved from the area are like, oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't even. But it made me realize that some people don't know what hush puppies are. It made me remember. I knew this. I thought about this. It's one of those things that goes through your head probably after I saw a Facebook video. Now, hush puppies, which are these little, let me move this chat out of the way. Over there on the other plate with the fries, to the right of that is a little ball of basically cornbread that's fried. It's a southern thing. Ooh, hold on. Okay, he's got a radio station on, so I was trying to be careful. But they're cornbread, which is cornmeal baked in that cast iron skillet. Typically, is the best way to do it. But it's basically that rolled into a ball and then fried. We love fried food here in Mississippi. Fried food. Turnip greens and coleslaw. They bring big containers of them, and you just slop out what you want on your plate. And the cornbread, usually they flip it, but if they're lazy, especially at lunch, they're lazy and they don't flip it. But the thing at this restaurant is they flip the cornbread for your table. They flip it. Then the funny thing about this restaurant is for a long, long time, only men were waiters there because of the hats that they wore. Yeah, see, lock and key. We don't have anybody that comes out on Saturdays. I'm sorry. Okay, thanks. they've been locked out of their house for a while, waiting on somebody, is what she was about to say. Like on the other food front, we have a new barbecue place. I don't know if you have any of these types of things in your area, but it's like where you cook your own food. It's just, those are the restaurants that you're going to see in a breaking news, you know, breaking news. This and this. Usually there's, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx them, but when every table has a miniature fire pit, I mean, it's going to happen more than likely. But this place, and really the only person who probably cares about this is Wes. I don't know, Wes, if you've gone and tried this place yet. But it's ridiculously small portions. 4 to 5 ounce. They do say 4 to 5 ounce portions. But it's like really thin. And honestly, I could have eaten 3 portions of the meat. You know, $10 each. That's $30 right there. But the little sides that they bring out, kimchi. I don't know if you like that type of food, but Kim is a real big kimchi. And there was literally like 4 little pieces of kimchi in a little bitty tiny plate. And then like radishes, there was like 8 little pieces of radish. Oh, here, I've got a picture of it. So, yeah, I mean, that can easily turn into a $50 per meal, especially if you eat a lot. A little bowl of fried rice. I could easily eat double that amount of fried rice, but I do eat big dinners, and I usually eat no breakfast and very light lunches. But it was kind of comical about that. So, in the comments, if you have a place like that where you get to cook your own food, Memphis, Tennessee, a long time ago, had a steak place that had this big grill in the middle of it. And it was a real deal charcoal grill. Charcoal, they'd come and dump big bags of charcoal in the middle. Of course, a big vent hood. And then they had freezers full of meat. I mean, it was the best. I think it was called Steakhouse, or The Steakhouse. And you could either go in and get them to cook you, steak, order just like regular steak, and they would cook it. But they would cook it with everybody else. Like there was a little chef section. And so everybody cooked everything in this big grill. And that was the last real experience where you could cook yourself. It just seems like so much of a liability, nowadays compared to 20 years ago. Oh my God, my kid stuck his hand right in the middle of it. So, I don't know. That's probably why I don't see many of that type of stuff anymore. That Ford we were talking about, yes, there's that clip on a Ford, it was like a Bronco or something. You can sit and screw around impressioning it, but they're just Korean barbecue. Yeah, that's what that was. Never seen hush puppies in Canada. I know it's horrible. That is North Chicago hush puppies. Planning service calls around a favorite restaurant. Yeah, that is pricey for a Korean barbecue. Last time we ate Korean, it wasn't really Korean barbecue, it was just a Korean restaurant. And there were a lot larger places, a lot larger portions. Cook your own steak place in Iowa, that's cool. Pick all the ingredients and they cook it. Yeah, that's kind of like we had a pizza place try that, like 5-minute pizza, and kind of along the lines of a Subway. Subway sandwich or Blimpie sandwich, whatever is closest to you. But the cooked version, so. Canada has poutine. Poutine. Yeah, in Canada, hush puppies are shoes. I knew that. And that's what, you're like, hush puppies? That's a shoe. That's a shoe. Korean barbecue is always better if they cook it. Yeah, Jimmy Longs, they mentioned that it's better if they cook it. That's true because, that's what they do for a living, so. They had a hibachi menu, but looking at what you got with the other, it's not something. It's maybe fun for a date type thing. So but not just like go by and eat on the reg. We wouldn't go by and eat on the reg like we would sushi or anywhere else that we normally eat on the reg. So interesting. Ford, yep, just yank the clip off. Clamp it down with the cam on the back, goes into the back of that thing, and take a pair of hemostats, clamp it so it doesn't go. You don't want the locking bar to go in. You don't want that. So clamp it down somehow, and then take the clip off the back of the cylinder is the easiest way. You can maybe disconnect the linkage, but honestly, it's a little tight working. But you can just flip the clip off the back, take the lock off, pap that retainer off, and dump the pins and measure them. And I'm glad I did, because 35151 is a nightmare. And I'd already messed up my blank, because I was on the number 3 position. I was at I'd already filed it down to like a number 2 just from false marks. So I would have wasted my time, really. Once I passed those first 1 and 2, I was on the tip. I will give it. I'd left it number 1, but okay. I chimed into that website the other day, and I saw this one. And please, hopefully none of you did this, but it's not the movies. Oh, whoever did this, just no. It's not like, that's all I'm going to say about that. Home Depot commercial section. I noticed they're getting a little bit bigger. Oh, somebody, tweeted me a picture of Lowe's having Houdini at $6 a can. Thank you, corporate America, for trying to get every possible thing you can. You're not happy with your crap. I know one of you guys works at Home Depot, so sorry. You're not happy selling your crap ass. What is this? What brand is that? Bigger. We need bigger. This may freeze the video. Universal Hardware. $49 for a doorknob and a deadbolt. Lever handle, light duty. Yes, it's light duty. I can't see the price on that. $129. That's the magic number for a big box store. Dean the picker. We do not sell ASA outside of this area. We only sell that in. I was going to answer. I just hadn't had a chance to do many comments, but no, we don't sell the ASA padlocks or the ASA American. We don't sell them except for places that we service. So anyway, there's that, and door closers as well. I shudder to see some of the calls on that. Hey, this brand new door closer is not working. Light duty commercial. If you're in a commercial setting, just barely use it. Okay? Yet another use for the who was it? Nathan? No, Ken _ had mentioned that he was gonna go buy. He wanted to buy a super tool, and yeah, I know everybody who responded. I mean, these are probably about to fall out, but they definitely need tightening. I know you can. They make a tool that's secret, but 2 pairs of pliers could do that. But honestly, I have had it for a couple of years. I'm gonna send it in and see what they do. And there's no real wear on the Phillips tip. I don't know. I don't think they cover the carbide parts. It's not a good cutter, honestly, though. If you cut a lot of electrical wires, ignore what I say, because this is for hard, supposedly harder than paper clip stuff. But it always bends it when I try to cut it. It crimps and it doesn't cut, and it off centers. So don't get it for a cutter. Don't get it for the pliers. Get it for the file. get it for having a file on your side at all time. Get it for having these small flatheads. But he had mentioned there were so many models of Leatherman. No, there's not many models at all. There's one model, and that's the super tool. But the point of this picture actually was to talk about spacers. I'm going to be doing a spacer video soon. Spacer being like things like this. This is spacers for one of those crappy ass code locks. Yeah, and the small flathead, if you ever get and you have to pull a cylinder on a storefront door, the small flathead is excellent for that. You almost don't have to carry a small flathead, which is kind of good because they're smaller and they poke you in your pocket. Spacers, but for barrel bolts. We're going to be doing a video on that, and I'm going to include that as well. Luckily, I didn't have to space that one out. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to try. I've already tried to record one version of that, and it didn't work out. So yeah, we're going to learn. We's going to learn how to make spacers for certain things that you need spacers for. One of them being that right there, rim strike on a panic bar, like that $129 panic bar you saw right there. It is good to have flat aluminum material, so we're just going to do a video on cutting and making that. Also coming up, yes, we do have that one live giveaway with Kevin and Daz and Mr. Hooligan and all them. We're not going to be focusing on that today. But I am going to wrap that up. We're going to do that as we're probably going to finish that off somehow. I don't know, but we're going to wrap that giveaway up. Probably bring back the people we kicked off, and then just do some type of I'm just going to do some type of thing to choose the winner. Be done with that. But in the meantime, here's a little peek of the next giveaway contents. It's going to be pretty much a set of hand tools, and it's going to be restricted to the new guys that are just getting into the trade, and you're going to have to probably send me we're probably going to make you do like a story of some kind, so stay tuned again for that video that will be coming up all probably next week. And in the meantime, that covers the contents. I'm going to glance back over the comments. Did I say that right? Contents. Back over the comments. And we're going to... I'm not a Grinch, Mr. Forbes. That was one of the things that you had to say back during Christmas or something like that. So, yeah, we will... no love for the charge. The charge. I think in the charge, it makes me want to get the TTI or the aluminum or the titanium one. And I don't like outside blades really. I don't really have a need for it because I carry a pocket knife, a separate pocket knife. My Mayo. My original Mayo, I might add. And I don't need anything other than that. That's all I've ever needed. So the blades that come with that, I don't really like the idea of having the shape of it. I guess there are other. And I'm not saying Super Tool 300 is the end game for everybody by any means, because they each have slightly different tools. But what I am saying is, don't buy the Wingman. Don't buy a lot of those cheaper ones like look at spending over $80, I should say, because all those cheaper ones I have had multiples of. Never liked any of them. They're not worth it. And the reason I choose the Super Tool 300 is because of the Phillips screwdriver, number one. It's long enough out of all of them to access very awkwardly a screw on a door. It's awkward because you have to half unscrew, or angle it really bad to get in. But that's the number one reason I choose that. The number two reason being the file. And the charge may have the same file. I don't know. I think maybe the charge's file is a little more tapered. The file on the Super Tool 300 is absolutely perfect for a lot of stuff. Don't waste your money on the charge. I've always wanted a charge just because it's cool looking, but the file, yeah. When Leatherman gets it in the warranty shop. Wait, where are we? Can underscores all the time. No watch Charles drop one comment. Yeah. Von Deer, we're going back to that panic bar price. Ugh. Just file a new tip on the screwdriver. I thought about that. I've done that with just cheap screwdrivers, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to send it in, because if I put a grinder on it, they're going to be like, no. So, Scissors, a file, and replaceable hacksaw blade. Yeah, one of them has the thing that you can put like jigsaw or maybe. Yeah, the little fat. That's one thing that was interesting to me for sure. Got a Leatherman core forever. Leatherman core. Huh. The wave is good. I almost bought a wave too once. That was my. It was my either or. Buy a wave or buy a super tool. Non-replaceable, which is fine for cutting alarm wire. Yeah, the super tool. Ronald Williams, best one made. Hey, what's up, Keyman? Duke asked if we are going to Foster again, and just a little bit ago, I'd said I got to stay away from the animal shelter because if I go over there, which I have to go over there, they're gonna hand me a dog. SE lock and key. We don't have anybody that comes out on Saturdays. I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, let me go, fire. Let's go ahead and switch over to... Where are we? Oh. Oh. Yeah, there we are. GoFundMe for Jason's Leatherman. Bye. Oh, we need to fire up the... oh, and actually, I got to change my batteries out. Hold on, let's come back. Let's come back. I got to change my batteries down here are blinking on my other microphone, so I do have to change those out real quick. And since the whole point of the video was screws, we do have to go talk about screws. We won't talk about them for very long because screws are so boring. But we're going to quickly just go over what I'll be doing in a little while, since it's pretty outside. I've got almost all my screws out in from the truck because again last week I had got my tools a little bit more organized, and I did a few videos and they're all sitting on my iPad, and one day I'll make a video I'm happy with and be able to get it out. I've seen chats where people donate money. Yeah, I hadn't set up the donation thing on here. We're maybe I don't know. Maybe when we're really broke we'll do that, but I hadn't actually set that up for this. Super Chat's what it's called. Super Chat. Super Chat. Super Chat. I'll get flamed by what's his name? Voldemort. Ooh. And from what I've read, another thing about those Super Chats, and I don't know how accurate it is, but they take you only get, I think, either 60% or 40%. They take 40%, you get 60%. So out of every dollar, you're getting 60 cents. I mean, it was more than what you had, but last thing I read on that, it was they take a pretty good chunk out. So I don't know. Super Chat, yes, Wes verified that they take a chunk out. I think they take 40% of it. It says Twitch Lock Force Ride Along Stream. I mean, yeah, I can live stream from my phone, but then we can't do all this cool stuff with dual cameras and stuff like that, right? Just like that. Can't do that on a live stream. And at the very beginning of this video, Kim, she next door was messing with the lady who owns the place next door, saying there was an evacuation order in the area. So she freaked out, and she lives up by us, so she called Kim, and Kim freaked out and called me right when I fired live up. I got a call, and hers is the only number that is allowed to come through the do not disturb, right? So she was like, there's an evacuation order, and I'm like looking outside all like, well, it's a beautiful day. I don't hear, if anywhere we're going to hear sirens, it would be here. I don't hear sirens, so I don't know what you're talking about, but let me get back to my live. Apparently it was all a ruse to rile somebody up. Keyman has a channel. He wants you to go check it out if y'all are interested in his channel. He's got a channel he wanted to point out. And I got to get the mobile chat up, so let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know what I was doing. Hold on. We got to turn this on. We got to turn that back on. And boom, mic check, transition. Let me grab the mobile comments, and it looks like they are done. Next door, packing up and heading out. Mike's good. Thank you for that confirmation. Little low. I can fix that. I think I turned it down because I was using it. I was using it on my phone the other day. So let's crank it up right there. Ooh, that may be good. Is that good now? That probably maybe a little too high. It's not red lining, but it's really heavily orange lining. Hey folks, Cheerio Anthony. My first time having live play on my phone while driving. Don't worry, I'm in a stoplight. This is great. Hey, it's like a podcast, right? That's what happens when the video freezes, is it turns into a podcast. So if you're driving, maybe a tad high. All right, dang it. Let me go back down over here. Okay, that's it. We're good. Turn your own dang volume up or down now. I'm not responsible anymore. Not responsible for it. Yeah, let's move up front. Are we, wrong camera. You know, actually, we're plugged into the wrong dang. We're plugged into the wrong dang tripod. Please wait 1 second. Shift you back over here for a sec. That's why I need that third camera. Okay. There we go. Hey. Looking for Keyman's channel, found a Chinese game show called Who's the Keyman? Oh, we're gonna have to check that out too. We're gonna have to check that out. The game show. I forgot my chair. I got everything except for my chair. Even though I don't use it for a few minutes. I'm old. I need a chair. Okay, y'all. Got the comment section up, and we are going to talk about screws. This little guy right here. This is one of those things where I had never thought, it was one of those things where I never thought it would actually work in my truck because of, it like falling over. And obviously it's a fishing, like a fishing case. But It's one of those things that actually, my head's chopped off in this video feed. PDX Lockpicker, what is up? Okay. Finding a chicken with googly eyes. Next time I go to the hobby store, I got to get googly eyes. Don't ask why, but I got to get them. So this guy has some springs. Yeah, and this is like fasteners. This is not really a fastener, but this is like Corbin Russwin spring knob, panic bar knob springs, and various springs used in panic devices and such. Like here's Dorma. These are, if y'all have ever taken apart a Dorma panic bar, you know how valuable those are. I got lucky getting those from the manufacturer too. Really lucky. This thing just kind of turned into, you know, I started putting stuff in the drawers. I was like, what should I put here? What should I put here? I should make this a quick set kit. However, since I've done this, which was long, long ago, I got tired of like climbing up in my truck to get to that. So I had, these are the nasty, really nasty things that you find, that you see in my videos where I'm keying stuff in the truck. This is the two things that are sitting right there. I need to open this door again to remind people that I'm actually here and open. Shoe shop is closed. Otherwise people will ignore me sitting in the front window and ignore the open sign and ignore everything and think, oh, his signs are just out there. That doesn't mean today. And still park outside. So we have to do that. But this is what's left over from the M-Tech that we showed earlier. Obviously that is not bent like that, but it's a pretty heavy duty spring, and this is pretty much what comes in the package. Also the spindle, it comes with a new spindle and all that. But when I opened this package, this was for a knob because my lever had the cutouts this way and not that way, so I had to use the old part for that. Let me get the phone. SE lock and key. No, ma'am, we don't. No, ma'am, we don't. Okay, thanks. I need a bag. I had to go get a bag for this. Actually, I'm going to get a couple of bags while I'm over here. Because while I don't necessarily, you know, this may be very valuable one day. Out of everything in here, and somebody's clip breaks, I know what this is. So even though the spring is no good, it's kind of just a reminder of, hey, this is an M-Tech little parts thing. You know, if you're in the field and you need this little guy, it's not like you can cut one out of a milk container. You can't cut it out of your chocolate milk container. You may be able to. I very specifically said that because I very specifically have done that. But yes, even though it's old, I may have need, especially for that little C-clip. So that is one type of fastener. We have the obligatory siren coming, y'all. Yay! Right now, if I was sitting at the computer, I would flash obligatory siren, but I'm not sitting at the computer. So again, these, I just have these out because I do have a few parts over here that need to go into some of these. So I'm just right now reminding myself, because it's been a minute. Oh no. Roll pins, which are pretty important in the locksmith world. See this guy's, that's just so random. It's so out of place. Because I have another place in the truck for it. And key and knob tailpieces, that doesn't go there either. Please hold. Oh, fire truck. truck. It's normally a siren or an ambulance. Use the tackle boxes. Yeah, the tackle boxes back here in this back corner. We have a another tackle box that was actually really nice too. Do they have the giant? My Q Bargain Store sells googly eyes in all sizes. Yeah, and dollar stores do too. But I'm a member to the fabric store, so I get a discount. It works out about the same. The roof is on fire. It better not be because we just got it replaced. It must be the evacuation order. That's it. They have a little bit of a delay in responding to the evacuation order. And cams, again, this was the initial area where I kept them. And it worked really, really well for it I mean, it still does. Because I know, Baldwin cams, Sergeant cams, but I actually don't have a few cams in here, which is another reason why that is what we're doing today. And off in the distance back here, we have some screws that need to be sorted out. This guy normally goes in here. This is really tiny screws with a really messed up and old, and really tiny and small, which actually is an old kit, but I've never really used it. I kind of have, because there are a few still left in there, but it's not really as nice and full as it could be, because you're never gonna see that in anything nowadays almost. So I have transitioned from all this to this. Okay, it wouldn't close that way, but it would close this way. And believe it or not, this thing sits up on top of my, Adrian Steel, your typical Adrian Steel desk in a van. Believe it or not, that has been stable for a long time. It sits in kind of the back corner. It's just hard to get to. So while I was rekeying cylinders, I set these two up. Ugh. Yeah, I hope I don't get a strike. I don't want to. Please don't strike me, YouTube. I didn't mean it. So this one is tools, and I opened this a minute ago, and it's so stinky. Okay, Dr. Goodmeister, what is the term for the smell? The lovely smell that comes from the plastic. I know you know what the name of the smell is that causes that. But it's basically certain types of acrylic plastic. This is another one. Tyler, I don't know if you're watching right now, but Tyler Thomas just put all his pen kits into some of these. And it may actually be this plastic reacting with this plastic. And it's the same thing. It's this plastic, I think, is what it is. So this reacts with the plastic in here or the plastic in regular toolboxes. And if they're closed for a while, there's nothing, you can blindfold somebody and be like, and I'd be like, that's a toolbox. Somebody just opened a toolbox that hadn't been opened in a while. And I'm pretty sure it comes from this whatever kind of plastic these things were made of. And it could have come from this, and it could have come from the handles. Honestly, it could have come from these cheap plastic dipped handles right here. I'm gonna shank you. It's actually a nice chamfer for small holes, but it's too long to do good. I want one of these, but shorter and flare out bigger. That would be really nice. May have a customer coming in. And this was the latest version of that we had done, because again, it's under. The only problem with it is when I'm using it and when I'm rekeying locks, the locks are on top of it, and to open it, you have to move the locks. So yeah, it's not a Okay. Are you going to the Barrel House or Campbell's?
Just the bakery.
Oh, okay. The bakery's fine. They better all be going to the bakery. Hold on. Yeah. One's not, one is. Drives me crazy when people are rude like that. The smell of the smell is known in the state of California. It needs a sticker. Okay, what was that? It's not formaldehyde. Plasticizer? No, that's not it either. There's a specific name. Somebody Google toolbox plastic smell. There's a name of it. The latex gloves you buy in California have been known to cause cancer. The N95 respirators too. I bet you they do come with butylene. That sounds more professional. Thank you, Techno. That may be it. May very well be. I know it's more than that. Hold on, I'm gonna keep an eye out for this lady. So I'm gonna put my accessory sign up real quick. Sorry, it gets lunchtime. People get to be assholes around here because they can't walk 5 more feet. Ah! Had a microphone fall off. Hold on. Just rude ass people, you know. Oh, I lost my microphone. Okay, no, we didn't. Just rude people nowadays, you know. No respect for anything except for themselves. Cellulose acetate butyrate. Cellulose acetate butyrate. Gotcha. Those boxes are so dirty. A little Windex could help. Actually, I had these out. If you ever have need of hand wipes, make sure and check out the Loctite hand wipes. These are awesome for cleaning that. Yes, they are very dirty, but we can see here. That's what happens when you work on locks on top of something like this. Nasty. And I did kind of halfway clean this one earlier, but it's going to need a little bit of elbow grease to completely get it clean. So that's also a part of the project. Also in this container here. So it does a pretty good job. And it also gets graphite off for the most part, especially when you spill it on a bright red carpet. So, yeah, that's part of what I'm doing here. And we flip open back here. Oh, where was I before I had to go? I was showing you all this. Yeah, I've got all my cams, all the same stuff that's in that kit. However, it's just closer. The only problem is having to open it. So ideally, if I have, that's one of the things that I've got these got these containers stacked over here for, is I'm going to try to sort some of these into that to cut down on this whole mess. Wood screws for antique work, really. Plano double cases. We have all sorts of flathead, really short. Anytime you're working on antique houses, there's always going to be a need for, oh, there's a screw missing from that Baldwin rim lock, or the one that's there is too long. So we have kind of those all set off with different shapes. There's just so many different shapes of heads and colors and finishes that you deal with, especially when you get into the antique houses or the older areas of town. See, there we go. We've got, you know, some hinge screws up there in the top, even staples, and yeah, just different shaped heads, as well as your common stuff here, flatheads and strike screws down here in the corner. So that is what that is for. This goes in my truck sideways like that because I've got a what's called the magazine rack with Adrian steel. Here's my steel, mostly for fastening metal, like some stainless steel. There's a lot of sheet metal stuff in here. None of it is like machine threads. These are all just various screws for whatever needs to be attached metal to metal. And then there's our concrete little, not that you hopefully never have to use it, but when you do need a concrete anchor or concrete screw, there we go. Pops up every so often for sure. And as we have over here, we've got, I think it was you, Techno, that tracked down the number for these little things. That obviously needs to go in there. And that's what I have this stuff out for, is sorting out all these screws into the little parts. Like this is a Baldwin screw, and it goes in one of these containers. Over here, same thing. Where's our camera at? Between the A and the T. Well, hold on. Let's look at this real quick. We're gotta wrap this one up because it's gone on a little longer than I expected. Because there's just so many screw choices, right? Let me catch up on the comments, and y'all can take a look at my commercial kit there. Jason, do you ever get the cases for Carver Freights, the ones like Pelicans? Yes, I do, Erickson. Hey.
How are you?
Good. What can we help you with?
Yes, sir. I got one of those big Century locks. I bought it at an estate sale, and it's about that size combination lock. Mm-hmm. I don't have a combination.
Is it locked or unlocked?
It is locked.
We can run it from via Century, but you have to fill out paperwork and get it notarized, saying that it's yours, so you'd have to go through a bank or something. Okay. Yeah. But I believe, I don't know the exact price, but last time I checked, it was between $40 and $50 to do that. So, okay. But if you want to check back with us Monday, we can get you the information.
Okay. And so we're just talking about it like a notarized statement?
Yeah, it has to be. We have a form that you print that you would just come by and pick up, and then you fill it out and get it notarized from your bank or whoever, saying that it's basically your property, and then we run it through Century. So.
Okay. Well, could I get it now, or do you just want me to come?
I don't have it. No, I don't handle any of that. You'd have to check with Kim, and it's 10:30 to 6, or she's here 10:30 to 4 Monday through Friday.
Okay. And come back and speak to Kim.
Yep.
I just need to get the phone.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty.
I certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too. See you later, Paul. Have a good one. That is a commercial strike kit, yes. The normal stickers are the images in the corner. Thank you for answering the Lock Force sign up. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we, how do you know if you're getting a sticker? Well, if you sent your email within the first 50 people who watched that video, within the first 24 hours, pretty much everybody's covered of watching that sticker video. And we're also running out of the other ones. We have an equal amount now of the old 2, which you see in the corners right here, here, and we are already out of the, we ran out, we hit the 50 max by about a day and a half of that video being up. So if you're signing up now, most likely, I think they're all spoken for. I just hadn't updated the video. I hadn't had time to update the video. But hopefully, you know, we'll get another. I'm watching their website like a hawk. I don't know if they're going to do, because that was a new, like they just started doing holographic, so it was like a new special. But you know, I may buy them at regular price if they have like a 40% off sale or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Yes. So lock mounting bracket. I'm not fond of these. I'd much rather use the squeeze play. You guys who have used these rivets, I'm going to be doing a rivet, and you know, honestly, I did do the videos talking about tools, but they're just sitting on my iPad. So I do have a rivet video coming up. It's just one of those things where I've just not been happy with it, even though it's, to me, it's mediocre video to me, and I may just release it but that's one of the troubles with doing videos is sometimes I have to do them 2 or 3 times because I'm just not happy with how they turned out. And the ones that I need to do over, I was wearing this stupid mic, not running it through the computer, and I was running it through my phone, and the volume was too low, and I couldn't get the volume high. So you have to listen to it on the loudest setting you have, and even then, it's pretty quiet. So I'm gonna have to redo the videos, I guess. Oh, look in here. We have one that came off of a door. Looks like. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That, boys, that's some locksmithing right there, boys. Yeah. That is how you locksmith. Like it or not, that is some true getting that you know what to stay on the door, so you know what to lock, so you can get the effing out of there. That's how you do it. But I also have these little small containers, faceplate screws, and Adams Wright. This is my little Adams Wright container. This is the top in my truck, so this is the very first one that I can open. Second or first, I don't know. And then these things, if you work on narrow, these things I was very skeptical of these. I don't know, I'm sure some of you guys have used these. I pretty much love them. Once you figure it out, I pretty much love them. Mr. Hooligan, you got concrete work going in the yard. All right, well, thanks for chiming in, stopping in. I don't know if you were here for a minute or earlier or not, but yeah, I guess you just joined in. So, hey and bye, Mr. Hooligan. Have fun in your concrete. Lock force scratch and sniff. We're going to make it toolbox scratch and sniff. But again, I got this out of my truck because number one, it's so heavy. That's adding like 20 pounds to my truck. But there's a lot of important stuff in here that you just collect over the years. You know, you get a call to put in these little things that come with these shims, and you have some extra. But I have an overabundance of certain things in here, and I need to tend to it a little bit. So obviously, a brand new panic device strike. I could use that somewhere one day. And it's just one of those things when you get on a rekey, and they're like, hey, I want to rekey all these doors, and you get back to that stupid 3-point glass narrow style Jackson vertical rod. Oh God, concealed vertical rod. And you need the strike, you know, it's like, here it is. It's in my strike box. Screws, different heads of screws, shims, just needs to be cleaned up. That's why it's out here. And of course, just these little tabs. Pinion gears, that's a very important thing if you work on glass doors, but not so much now. I've been really impressed with like the Jackson 1095 series. They still use these that I was shocked about when they put out, but honestly, they hold up better than the old Jackson style. Cam plugs, you always need knows not as much as before. Look, there's some more locksmithing right there. He didn't need one up here. He just needed an extra support screw down there. So yeah, I'm going to tend to that. But then once again, just these little plates like this that come, no name, nothing, of certain right angles. I've got one where right here. I got a little bitty short tabs. Very important to have little short tabs that look like you don't know what you would do with them, but very important if you work on glass doors in any capacity. See those, while these are for some glass door thing, I think these are the bottom threshold on a surface mount device, so I don't know why they're in my storefront container. So yeah, lastly, that's again, like I said, reason I have all this out, I will show you this. This is a pretty nice one you can get in Academy Sports. I did not think this will hold up. This one would hold up, but it did. This has been pretty awesome. We have door closer screws. I need to tend to that. I've actually got a full plastic box full of door closer screws, and there are a couple of categories that I use more so need to do that. And then we have, once again, this could be transferred over to that one we saw earlier, but there are certain differences in them. One-way non-removable screws, quote, non-removable screws, heavily quoted. A flathead will get it out, okay? A flathead and a nice pair of pliers. And then this is just, a variety of wood screws, different lengths. Pretty nice. I've really enjoyed this container for a screw container because you see how many it'll hold. And it comes with these. So you get like four or five with it. I very rarely open this, that's why it's on the bottom. But again, these are hinge screws, old flathead. I could honestly go ahead and remove this, go ahead and move these over to the more current version and get rid of like 4 pounds right there. So that's probably what I'm going to do today. I'm going to grab this phone and we're going to finish up SE lock and key. Well, hang up on me. Somebody just calling and hanging up. Checking out the comments real quick. Yes, thank you for the reminder, y'all. Hit that like button. How long does it take you to find any? That's the problem. Yes, I have kept it, but where is it? That is the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem, is remembering which and where it is. That's the irritation part of it. So probably, I just kind of remember which ones I have in here, not necessarily the order. And I may think back, okay, well, I'm going to keep digging through. And I've actually got a bag. Where is it? Where did it go? I've actually got a bag with a couple more of these containers in it. But if you are looking for a good place that you need to be able to carry, I had my sneaking suspicions about this one. You never know when you're going to need a big screw, boys. You never know when you're going to need a big screw. So we have the big screws there. And for right now, just to finish this up, I'm going to show you how many it'll hold. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3. There's 4 in there, and I think that's what came with it. But then I had my old non-stainless, and I say non-stainless because I've got a stainless version of screws right there. But my old non-stainless machine screws, very important to have a good selection of machine screws. 832, you can get the clippers that clip them like I've showed in some of my tool videos. So the problem with buying all longer ones is you only get like 2 to a pack. whereas you get like 8 to a pack from like Home Depot and all that. But these are all non-stainless, supposed to be non-stainless, supposed to be, I don't know why these are in here, but once again, this will actually hold 5 and zip up with some plates. Like up here, I'll put some plates on. I was really skeptical about this as a way to hold sometimes sharp. Like, why is there a jigsaw blade in there? What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? Why is there this? That's just crazy. There's some music wire. I've been needing that. That's where that is. That's exactly what he was pointing out. I have needed this several times. I don't even know where I got this. I guess from a hobby shop. Oh, it's round. Yeah, I don't need that much. I always forget it's right there. That's the problem. The more small parts, like our title last time. See, we have 5 in here. Look at that. It zips up. So as long as you can find the same size plastic containers that come with this one. The only other thing I was really skeptical about, because this is a toolbox, H2O Express. If you look way back on my videos, I have one. I was really skeptical about this part, right? It does come with these little things, so you could hook up, you know, a side sling type thing if you had to carry it with you. I've been really skeptical about that, but I've had this for probably 4 to 5, if not longer, years. And it does sit in my truck most of the time, but it's heavy duty enough to hold a good assortment of screws. So that is a good answer for your screw related issues. And then this was literally just, there's an A series parts container, ANSI strike screws, Baldwin parts. There's our, this goes in here. This goes in this little container right here. So that's what I'm doing. And that's just one thing that you have to do as a locksmith. In case you were wondering, we play with screws a lot. Ain't that right, boys? Ain't that right, boys and girls? We play with screws a lot. Way more than we should. Okay, so there's, all right, that is if you run up on a pull handle on a door. This is going to be what is used to fasten it through the door, especially antique brass. And if we go way over here, pew, 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 pull handle length. They have to be long enough to go through doors. Sometimes you need to space them out with washers. Then you need brass and you need dark, well, brass can be colored dark bronze, but see, this little guy goes right there. So it's very important, y'all, to keep your screws straight. Keep your screws straight and you'll be a happy locksmith. And we're going to go back up front now. Or we'll go back up to the, over here, you know, the other spot where I sit, because I need some coffee. Switching back over to the static mic. That stuttered. It stuttered a little bit when I changed it. Strong and resounding, maybe. I'm going to run back over the comments because I did miss a few at the end right there. I think my grinder's first. Oh, grinder. Ew, you know, speaking of grinders, I looked at the cordless as we were talking about last week with the me buying just the Milwaukee. Well, I was going to buy the Harbor Freight. I looked at the Milwaukee cordless grinder so I could use my batteries for my drill when I did. It's $130. What? $130. You know, a corded grinder is like $15 from Harbor Freight, right? Every time I look at that or see that price, I'm like, you know, my corded grinder is $15, right? So I can't spend $130, especially since I want to get a new temporary Super Tool 300. If I'm really nice, I'll like buy the Super Tool 300, use it while mine's in the shop, and then like do a super giveaway one day. That'd be a nice present. Someday you'll run into someone that needs parts for a cigar. Heavy duty deadbolt. Yeah. People throw stuff away. Wait, I missed a comment or two when we were talking about screws. Does Kim ever move your stuff? No. She knows better. But if it's on the front counter, yes. But she knows. How did the red Lockforce logo background? Oh, I hadn't had time to do that, Zachary. To get those. Let me go get one. Just because I want to show it. I want to show it again. I was really surprised. Really surprised how these turned out, because on the web screen they don't look like this, but like on the proof you can't do this. Right. On the proof it looked like just striations. But of course you can't do this when you're looking at a proof. You can't angle it. Wait, we're turning. We're turning. Can't angle it all different ways. There's our green and yellow. There's our red spectrum right there. Green and red. And then if we do it a certain way, we bring up the blue and purple. There it is. Blue and purple. So yeah, put it in one area, depending on which way you're looking at it, it is different colors. So those were awesome. Now they're all spoken for. So if you didn't get your comment in within the first like 48 hours, you may not have got it. May not have been able to get one. Until next time though, but go ahead and put your name in on the Lockforce list anyway, because we are creating a super secret, top secret list of stuff so that we can send things out in the future. If you please us on one of our videos with your comment, then you may get a special surprise one day. You never know. Never know. It's just good to be able to mail stuff when I need to mail stuff to people. I hate to say, hey, send me your address so that I can secretly mail you something. Don't tell anybody. So, yeah, we're gonna move it over to the Windows 95 computer. Get it, put it on the 3.5 floppy drive. Ain't nobody hacking that sucker. When I buy Bosch tools, I just close my eyes while swiping the credit card. Good locksmiths repurpose everything. Absolutely. I do need to get with my Fiverr guy on that. I'm gonna try toying around with the image. I did do a color change on the background on the dude, which is this guy. And I'm thinking about changing his uniform color. I can do that through an app, but I did want my guy to change the facial. He needs some more. We're gonna get him to change it. It's coming up time for that. Use my 3-inch grinder to design a cam for a strange letterbox. Yes, mailbox work and cam locks and stuff like that. You pretty much got to have a $15 grinder. That's all you need. Catching up with the organizating. Just signed up to be on the super secret Lockforce list. Thank you for signing up. We're gonna get it straightened out and have it so that we can do things with it, like send things to people. Like when we get new stickers, and I'm not going to tell anybody, we just get them and send them out, because we already know who gets them automatically. That's how we're going to do it. They're both friends, and they're both thinking about parking in our spot when y'all can both go across the street. Yeah. Thank you for posting the link, Wes. I appreciate it. Is the list different than the original sticker list? No. Well, the original sticker list, we just have a folder where we put the emails. So we never really compiled a list, which is why we're going to do it this time, because I'm tired of getting y'all to sign it up. So while we do have those, the only ones that we went back over were Daz, because Daz and maybe Mr. Forbes, somebody, I can't remember who, but we had like 3 overseas people that were waiting, and I did get Kim to go back and pull their names out of that folder because they were some of the last ones of that group, you know, that had come in, because it comes in groups, it comes in waves. This particular wave was about 60. And some guys, actually, some guys may not have put their addresses in correctly, so some people may not be able to get anything anyway. So some guys, I'm just saying, it may have happened that there are a few incorrect or unfull addresses. Like we don't know what to do with just your street. We don't know what state or city or zip code to mail it. So please be careful when filling out address forms. You don't get your stuff if you don't put in the right address. Comment section of the page at the bottom. Yes. Alrighty. And the last thing that I wanted to point this out just because I said it in a video yesterday. I just said it pretty quickly. I was like, cash box nuts. Okay, here we go. Cash box nuts. Whew. Cash box nuts. And some of you may not understand. You understand what a cash box is, and you may understand that these are used to hold mortise cylinders in a cash box, but that's not what these are used for the most part. These are better known as the Detex rings. These are used in Detex devices. As a locksmith, you're going to come across cash box nuts need way less than a Detex panic device. Or a Detex and alarm unit. Most of those have mortise cylinders that are held in with these little nuts. You can't just go to the hardware store and buy the nuts. And contractors, when they get their nice fancy order in and are getting their minimum wage guys to put the stuff in the door, they don't know how to deal with these. They don't understand what cash box nuts are, you know. Or not to crush them or collapse them or strip them out, whatever the case is. Made it. Thanks for joining in right at the end, Super Mario. We are about to wrap it up. Works for the old Schley Cobras. Oh yeah, those old Cobras that had the mortise cylinder. Yeah, I never saw one of those in the field. I saw one, but I never saw one. Shield sticker idea done as well. I just missed the thing for magnets. I could have got magnets for $29 for 50, but number one, I don't think they like magnets in mail. Like, mail is really irritable about magnets because, you know, if you put a magnet in an envelope, it's gonna stick to surfaces. So magnets get kind of, you know, lost in the mail because they're all stuck. I can just imagine the conveyor belt at, you know, USPS or whatever. People who send out batches of magnets, and there's envelopes just randomly stuck to pulleys and gears and stuff throughout it. So I decided against that sale. Just hope they have another sale on stickers, because we are definitely out of these super cool stickers, except for the one that Wes gets and I get, and I'm probably going to give away one of mine, but I'm definitely keeping one, and I'm definitely making Wes take one because he was the originator of that logo. So whether he likes it or not, he's going to get that when he comes to get this lever handle that I'm going to let him play with. I think it's a best removable core, but it's the Sargent signature, but a best style keyway, whichever one that is. I don't know. It's got something other than just regular pins in there. And that'll give him something fun to play with, and he can stick his sticker wherever he wants. I don't know if I would recommend peeling it and sticking it though, y'all, because it's pretty hard to do without like crunching the edges. That's the problem with some of these stickers. Some have the easier to peel, and some don't. And I would definitely carefully put on your little glasses and carefully take an X-Acto knife and then carefully peel it. But don't forget to scrub your hands because of the coronavirus. You don't want to catch that, and you also don't want to get it dirty before you stick it on something. So once you get your pins Kim will be finishing up the list Monday. So the first few people, we're going to batch print, so everybody's is pretty much going to go out at once. So the first few people are obviously going to be the closest people to Mississippi. You're the winner for that thing. You'll be the first people to receive your stickers. And I would guess no later than like Friday, because she's almost got the list done, and then she's got to import it into labels and then print the labels and then pack them all up. So I would guess that at the latest they're all going to be mailed out Wednesday at the latest, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So the first people should be getting them by Friday or the weekend, maybe. I don't know. But to answer the question, yes, if you have not re-signed up for the stickers on the website, go ahead and do so. If not necessarily meaning you're going to be able to get it, but at this point it's just like we need to go ahead, and while we've got this batch going, we've got most of you guys have done so good job. You're on the Lock Force official list. Poor Kim. not after she grabbed my you know what the other day. The power of mail merge. You know what? After Kim's little meltdown yesterday about it, I was like, Kim's resume, F data entry. I didn't say F, but you know, the other word, F data entry. She's not a good data entry person. Go find me for Kim. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, for her sanity with the list, especially when she gets into those who didn't leave a complete address. That's I gotta approve that one. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. I approve that one. Let's see. That's it. That's it, y'all. Don't catch the coronavirus. Make sure and wipe your hands with Lysol. Teach your customers, especially if they have, medical facilities or whatever. Make sure and just remind them. I'm not necessarily saying teach, but if you're there recan locks, just give them a reminder to say, hey, that drawer, that closet full of Lysol hand wipes you got in there. Make your cleaning crew. If you have a cleaning crew, make sure and wipe off handles and stuff like that. Just to help, contain cooties. It's always best to contain cooties. Always best to do that. And that is going to conclude our fastener. Of course, we did fastener chat Saturday. I'm going to go kind of finish that. I'm probably not going to get really detailed into that. I'm going to save most of that till Monday morning, because I'm taking them out, because over Sunday I don't need. Hopefully I won't need screws at the house for anything, because I'm going to leave most of them here. So that'll be the first thing I do Monday morning, is get them all kind of sorted back where they're supposed to be and put back in the truck. And I'm just going to piddle around here a little bit. So I don't know, Wes, if you're still coming or not. I'm here. Whatever. I'm here doing stuff. I may do that quick set video. Anybody ever seen one of those quick sets, or like in the field? I think they're only a couple years old, so y'all stay tuned for that video. I'm going to try to get a quick version of it out. Probably today. That way I'll have something to work on tomorrow, and then try to wrap up maybe some of the tool videos. I don't know. I've also got a safe change video that's sitting there in queue. So changed the safe on the guard all and got a cool little, or didn't change it, but I decoded it. So maybe we'll see that. I don't know what we'll see. We've got several video ideas coming out for the next week. All right, I'm going to zoom in on the comments going backwards. Mr. Forbes, cooties. Yeah, so cooties. Thank you for commenting. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Ian Watson, Pete Woodfine, Lockpicking Patrolman. You're recording. Okay, Lockpicking Patrolman is going to be cranking out some videos as well, so make sure and be subscribed to Lockpicking Patrolman's channel, Night Owl's channel. Everybody who has one, make sure and sign up. Pocket Woman, I didn't see you come in, Pocket Woman. Hey, Pocket Woman. She may have already left. Everybody have a good weekend. I hope y'all have pleasant weather like we do. Let's go look one more time outside. Oh, wait. Our outside camera is not... Our outside camera is not outside. But we can make it outside. See, there's my truck. It's way over there. Oh! Watch out for your toolbox. Watch out for your toolbox. pleasant day. Have the door open. Hello, Darcy's Picks. We are about to log off, so thanks for joining in. Need my video fixed. Yes, we're going to crank out some videos, even though they frustrate me to no end sometimes. Yes, Pocket Woman, was very sad to see little Frank go. He is doing well, though. He is a happy little puppy. He doesn't even miss us, the little sucker. Doesn't even miss us. Thank you, Denby Locksmiths from Wales, UK. Yeah, we've got a few UK people here. Several of you guys. I always appreciate y'all tuning in because it's like kind of late over there, isn't it? It's like nighttime over there. I believe so. I've got my phone set up to Australia and UK and a few other areas where you guys are, so I knew about what time it was. And I always appreciate you guys who either stay up late or wake up early or whatever the case is to tune in to chat with everybody on Saturday Morning Live. Ian, you missed the hollow stickers. Yeah, we don't know the exact count. Go ahead and re-add your name to the list, though, because or refill out the web form if you haven't. Even though you may not. I don't know. Like I said, we've got a little over 50 emails, but there's a handful of them that don't have the right addresses. So if you're able to put your address in correctly, you may be added to the list. You need to be on the Lockforce list anyway for future being able to mail stuff. Yeah. 8 p.m. in Europe. Okay, 7 in the UK. Yeah, I knew it wasn't late over there, but like Australia, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. So, especially my Australian folks who tune in, thank you for tuning in. Like, sad news: one person from the U.S. has died of the coronavirus, and it's all one word. The coronavirus. That's the beer virus. Coronavirus is all one word. You gotta make sure we want to keep Corona being sold. I read a report on Corona, being negatively impacted by that. And I could see that. But there was like, we took a poll to ask if they would order, and 38% of the people out there said that they would not order a Corona beer nowadays strictly because of the coronavirus. Those 38% of people have never freaking touched a Corona beer, period. That's just such a stupid survey. That goes right along with, I hate to say it, but the fake news. That's the kind of crap that's bull crap, because 38% of people would normally never drink a Corona because they are Miller Lite or they're Bud Light or whatever. Polls like that don't believe some of that crap, y'all. Just don't believe it. It's ridiculous. 5:30 a.m. Sunday in South Australia. So that's an early wake up. I love Corona too. Squeeze a lime and shove it down in there and flip it upside down and I want a beer now. I want a beer, but I'm still drinking coffee. Anyway, thanks for tuning in for Saturday Morning Live, Season 2, Episode 9, Fasteners, and the things that locksmiths do with fasteners. As always, I hope y'all have wrong cam. Damn, wrong cam. I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. And, we'll catch you on whatever video comes up next. Maybe we'll see you next Saturday. Whatever the case is, make sure and hit that like button. I know a lot of y'all have already done so, but if you haven't, before you go, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because some of you guys are not. Most of you are. Most of the Lockforce crew is. But if you aren't, subscribe, dang it. Subscribe so I can steal your soul. Lockforce disassemble. And we will see y'all next week. It didn't turn off. Disassemble. It doesn't want to disassemble. Thank you. Disassemble. Appreciate it, y'all. Have a great one. I'm gonna go do screws. It's just go do screws. Hey, I forgot that camera was up here. That's another thing. I need a couple new. I've been doing static end screens and just changing the background picture, which is kind of cheating, isn't it? Well, yeah, it is, but whatever. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll catch you next video. Have a great weekend.